Hi, welcome. My name is Ron Wright, CEO and founder of Catalina Imaging. The following are questions often asked by our clients. There are three things that should be investigated. The loss of any of the three will result in a very bad day. I'll cover those in just a moment, but first, let me say that the CT scanner is the heart and soul of the imaging department. Downtime is more than expensive, it's disastrous. It can cause the hospital to go on divert, resulting in hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost revenue, endanger lives, and partially shut down the emergency department. As any radiology administrator would affirm, that makes for a very bad day. The first of the three things is experience. If you find that a mobile company is lacking in experience of any kind, the result will be a much higher actual price than was ever projected and a great loss of time as well. The second is time. Once time is lost, you simply don't get it back. Will the company deliver on schedule? Will the system get fixed quickly if needed? Does the company address your questions quickly and accurately? If these issues happen, lost revenue and damaged credibility to yourself and to your hospital, it's likely. Third is money. A favorite motivational speaker of mine, Zig Ziglar, said, "It's better to spend a little more than you planned than a little less than you should." If you spend less, you risk everything. This is very true regarding mobile imaging. I tell my clients to first select the companies that have the best service and then shop that group for price. I'm confident that choice will be Catalina Imaging. My third-party service experience taught me that there is absolutely no equal to original equipment manufacturer parts and service. I learned that no matter how good of an engineer I was, I still needed reliable replacement parts overnight if I was to keep my customers up and running. While I was working as a third-party engineer, I never knew if the part I needed was going to be the correct revision or even if it was in stock. Years later, when Catalina Imaging was created, I never considered using third-party service on my equipment. Catalina Imaging customers always receive the latest revision parts, and those parts are shipped from various local and regional parts depots throughout the United States, assuring the fastest availability possible. The engineers that work on our equipment are employed by the manufacturer and have the latest training possible and utilize the most recent OEM diagnostic software. Furthermore, the engineers have the backup of area specialists, regional product specialists, and even national specialists. No company, big or small, offers better service and resources than Catalina Imaging. Catalina Imaging is unique in medical imaging in a couple of ways. First, we provide medical imaging equipment, but we also provide imaging solutions that other companies don't. Catalina Imaging can provide empty, refurbished medical imaging trailers to support equipment owned by our customers. For example, let's say a hospital needs a new modality but doesn't have the site in-house to place it. Catalina Imaging can provide a mobile solution by leasing a refurbished or empty trailer for the interim time needed by the customer until their site, such as a new imaging center, is ready. This has proven to be extremely valuable over time to allow our hospital clients to remain competitive and maintain the community standard of service. Later, when the facility is ready for an in-house or permanent installation of their equipment, it is then deinstalled from the mobile trailer and Catalina Imaging removes its trailer. This is usually a 1 year or longer arrangement, but it is often a huge benefit to have the modality needed in less than 90 days. And lastly, Catalina Imaging has the ability to build or assemble custom imaging solutions. Tell us what you need, and Catalina Imaging can likely build a turnkey solution that's ready in a very short time frame. Catalina Imaging has the same and often a more thorough experience in mobile imaging as the large corporate companies. However, we have a very different focus and emphasis that 34 years in imaging service provides. Many, or in fact most, imaging companies are publicly traded corporate-owned businesses, and as such are heavily loaded at the top with CEOs, CFOs, VPs, board of directors, regional and local managers, etc. There are problems with such a heavy top-end management, and the first of those problems is many of these positions are held by administrators that don't have first-hand experience working inside of a busy diagnostic imaging department. They run things by a formula in a one-size-fits-all way that may not have personal experience or understanding of the critical environment of the ER, OR, let alone diagnostic imaging. Catalina Imaging personnel understand that very few things can wait until tomorrow in the world of diagnostic imaging. In most instances, the person that answers the phone at Catalina Imaging can make immediate decisions to address our customers' problems. And second, as one can imagine, the heavy management structure I just mentioned comes with a heavy price, a very high price. It is common for Catalina Imaging to be as much as $6,000 per month less than a large corporate structure imaging company. Yet, we provide the same OEM factory service. It really is worth a call to Catalina Imaging. I began my career in medical imaging in 1980 as a field service engineer. I learned the business from the ground up working for Philips and General Electric Medical Systems, and later I was an area service manager for a third-party CT service company. In 1988, I started my first imaging company. We bought, sold, and exported CT scanners. I trained engineers in China and assisted in developing a CT sales and service company there as well. In the early 90s, my equipment brokerage company provided an opportunity to build several Picker CT mobile units. I quickly realized that my field service background gave my company a substantial insight for the efficient operation and management of mobile imaging equipment. And that was the start of Catalina Imaging.